Look in your closet right now. Your favorite leggings, your swimsuit, and maybe your winter coat all rely on a durable, stretchy material called nylon. For nearly a century, nylon has been a recycling nightmare. As you can see, less than 1% of textile waste is recycled globally. When your leggings wear out, they almost certainly end up in a landfill or an incinerator. But suddenly, billions of dollars are flowing into a race to fix this, and the brands themselves are quietly playing kingmaker. This is the story of how competing technologies are racing to solve fashion's biggest recycling problem, and why Lululemon is betting on multiple horses. So, we know nylon recycling is a huge problem. Now, meet Syntetica, a French startup making big claims. Founded in 2023, they just announced a $30 million Series A funding round. The investors include the French government, European venture funds, and crucially, Lululemon. Syntetica claims they have cracked the code for mixed nylon waste. Their low-temperature chemical process can break down blended nylon, even with elastane and dyes, into virgin-quality pellets. No sorting is needed, and there is no green premium. If this is true, it is a game-changer for circular fashion. But Lululemon is not putting all its eggs in one basket. Syntetica is one player, but they are part of a much larger race. Right now, 3 competing philosophies are trying to solve the nylon problem. In one corner, you have the chemists, like Syntetica, using low temperatures to dissolve nylon. In another corner, you have the biologists. Companies like Samsara Eco and Epoch Biodesign use AI to engineer plastic-eating enzymes, claiming 40% less energy than chemical recycling. Then there is the incumbent, Aquafil's Econo. They have recycled nylon 6 since 2011, are profitable, and trusted by over 1,900 brands. The catch is that Econo only works for nylon 6, not the nylon 66 which Lululemon primarily uses. The real question is not which technology is best, it is which one reaches cost parity with virgin nylon first. Here is where Lululemon's strategy gets fascinating. They are not just investing in one solution, they are playing a much deeper game. We just talked about the competing technologies, and Lululemon is actively engaging with more than one. They invested in Syntetica, yes, but their commitment to Samsara Eco is far more substantial. Lululemon signed a massive 10-year agreement with Samsara and has already made prototype garments. This shows a clear preference and a deeper integration. Syntetica, on the other hand, is years behind Samsara in commercialization. So why the investment? Lululemon is buying optionality. They need multiple paths to hit their ambitious 2030 sustainability goals. This is not about picking a single winner. It is about securing their supply chain against future uncertainties. Here is the tailwind. Global oil prices are volatile. This makes virgin nylon more expensive and less reliable, creating a huge opportunity for recycled alternatives. If Syntetica can commercialize their process by 2028, they could ride this wave of supply anxiety. But the headwinds are equally real. Samsara Eco is already at commercial scale, with a long-term Lululemon agreement. Epoch Biodesign has a plant running, and Aquafil is a profitable, established player. Syntetica is years behind. There are also wildcards, like new synthetic fabrics, cheaper bio-based nylons, or even a crash in oil prices could reshape the entire market. The future is uncertain, but the nylon recycling industry is finally moving. If Syntetica executes flawlessly and reaches commercial scale by 2030, they could capture a small but significant portion of the nylon recycling market. They will likely become a regional player in Europe, leveraging EU regulations and their geographic proximity to major brands. But here is the more likely scenario. Syntetica might become an acquisition target. A larger petrochemical company could buy them for their technology, or Lululemon might consolidate its suppliers. The real story is not just about Syntetica winning. It is about whether the entire nylon recycling industry can scale. If all these approaches succeed, recycled nylon could reach 10 to 15% of the market by 2035. The winners will be determined by execution, supply agreements, and regulatory tailwinds. Syntetica has the technology, but they face a brutal race against time and better-funded competitors.